Life often feels like a long race. We see people cross the finish line and we celebrate their victories. We admire their talent. We see the medals around their necks and the smiles on their faces. But what we often miss is the journey they took to get there. We don't see the early mornings when they chose to practice instead of sleep. We don't see the moments of doubt when they felt like quitting but decided to take one more step. This unseen effort, this quiet decision to keep going, is the true engine of success. It's not always the most talented who win, but the most tenacious. Think about a tiny seed planted in the ground. It has the potential to become a mighty tree, but its growth is not guaranteed. It must push through dark, heavy soil to reach the sunlight. It must endure storms, droughts, and the risk of being overlooked. The seed's journey is a powerful lesson for us all. Its strength isn't just in its potential, but in its persistent push against resistance. This constant effort, day after day, is what allows it to grow strong roots and eventually stand tall. Our own goals are like that seed. They require our consistent effort and care to flourish. Many people believe that success is a gift given only to a lucky few. They think you are either born with talent or you are not. But research and real-life stories show us something different. They show that passion and perseverance are what truly matter. This combination is what I call grit. Grit is the stubborn refusal to give up on your future. It's about falling down 7 times and getting up 8. It is the understanding that your effort is a vote for the person you want to become, and you cast that vote every single day you choose to try again. So the next time you face a difficult challenge, remember that you are not alone in your struggle. Every successful person has walked a similar path, filled with obstacles and moments of uncertainty. The secret is that they didn't let those moments define them. They chose to define themselves by their response, to keep pushing, to keep learning, and to keep believing in their own ability to improve. Your journey is your own, but the principle is universal. The commitment to keep moving forward is what separates a dream from an achievement. And that's what we believe in here at Wake Up and Win, reminding you that perseverance is the most reliable power you possess. What does it truly mean to persevere? It is more than just working hard. It is about having a direction and sticking to it, especially when the path becomes difficult and unclear. Imagine you are trying to solve a very complex puzzle. At first it might seem impossible. The pieces don't fit, and the picture makes no sense. Perseverance is the act of sitting with that puzzle, even when you feel frustrated. It is trying a new piece, then another, and another. It is the belief that with enough time and focus you will eventually find where each piece belongs. Determination is the close friend of perseverance. If perseverance is the long, steady journey, determination is the fuel that keeps you going. It is the fire inside you that says, "I will do this." It is the voice that quiets your doubts and pushes you to try one more time. Determination isn't about being fearless. It's about acting despite your fears. It's about wanting your goal so much that you are willing to endure the discomfort of the process. It's the commitment you make to yourself, a promise that you will see things through to the end, no matter what. This power is not something magical or reserved for heroes in stories. It is a skill that anyone can build, like a muscle. You build it every time you choose to finish your homework, even when you are tired. You build it when you practice an instrument, even when you don't sound perfect. Each small act of sticking with something hard strengthens your ability to persevere in the future. It's about creating a habit of not giving up, starting with the small things in your daily life, so you're prepared for the bigger challenges that will inevitably come your way. Think of perseverance as a compass. In a thick, confusing forest, a compass doesn't clear the path for you. It doesn't remove the fallen trees or the thorny bushes. It simply points you in the right direction. Perseverance works in the same way. It won't make your problems disappear, but it will keep you oriented toward your long-term goal. It ensures that even when you have to take a detour or move slowly, every step you take is still moving you closer to where you want to be. It is your internal guide, keeping you on track through life's wilderness. Consider the story of a young potter named Alara. She dreamed of creating the most beautiful vases, pieces that were both strong and delicate. But her first attempts were messy failures. The clay would collapse on the wheel, her pots were lopsided, and her hands were always covered in mud and disappointment. Many people in her village told her she didn't have the gift, and that she should try something easier. After weeks of trying, with a shelf full of broken and misshapen pots, Ilara felt her hope starting to fade. She was tempted to quit and accept that her dream was impossible. But then, she remembered why she started. She remembered the joy she felt when she imagined creating something beautiful with her own hands. This passion became her anchor. Instead of giving up, she decided to change her approach. She started waking up an hour earlier every morning to practice. She watched the master potter in the next village, studying how his hands moved with confidence and grace. She didn't just work hard, she worked smart. She learned from every mistake, seeing each collapsed pot not as a failure but as a lesson in what not to do. Slowly, almost too slowly to notice at first, things began to change. Her hands grew steadier. She learned to feel the clay, to understand when to push and when to be gentle. Her pots were still not perfect, but they were no longer collapsing. They started to hold their shape. One day, after months of relentless practice, she created a small, simple vase that was perfectly balanced. It wasn't the grand masterpiece she dreamed of, but it was whole. It was a symbol of her progress, a testament to her hundreds of hours of effort and refusal to surrender. Ilara's story shows us the true nature of success. It wasn't a single moment of brilliance that led to her breakthrough. It was the accumulation of countless small, persistent efforts. Her success was built from the dust of her failures. Her hands, once clumsy, became skilled through repetition and resilience. This is the power of grit. It is the decision to keep showing up, to keep learning, and to trust that your effort, compounded over time, will eventually shape your dreams into reality, just as Ilara's hands shaped the clay. Every person has their own mountain to climb. For one person, it might be learning a new language. For another, it might be starting a business or running a marathon. For someone else, it could be as simple as overcoming a fear of public speaking. Your particular mountain may look different from others, but the climb is always a test of your will. There will be times when the path is steep, the air is thin, and you feel like you can't take another step. These are the moments that define your journey. They are not signs to turn back. Giving up can feel like the easiest option in these tough moments. The temptation to stop is powerful because it offers immediate relief from the struggle. But this relief is temporary. Quitting often leaves behind a shadow of regret, a lingering question of what if. What if you had tried just one more day? What if you had asked for help? What if you had rested and then continued? Choosing not to give up is an investment in your future self. It is a declaration that your long-term goals are more important than your short-term comfort. It's a vote of confidence in your own strength. Remember that progress is rarely a straight line. You will have good days and bad days. Some days you will feel like you are soaring, and other days you will feel like you are stuck in the mud. This is normal. The key is to not let the bad days convince you that your journey is over. True perseverance is about embracing this messy process. It is about celebrating the small wins and learning from the setbacks. It is about understanding that as long as you are still trying, you are still in the race. You only truly fail when you stop trying altogether, so stand at the base of your mountain and look up. Do not be intimidated by its size. Instead, focus on the very first step. Believe in your ability to take that step, and then the next one. Trust that you have the strength within you to keep going. Hard work and perseverance are not just about reaching the summit, they are about the person you become along the way. You become stronger, wiser, and more resilient with every challenge you overcome. Keep pushing, keep climbing. Your future self is waiting at the top, proud of the journey you refuse to abandon.